Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Money Man Zay here, and I'm bringing you guys another breakdown video on NZDJPY. This is the trade that I predicted last week, and I took trades on the following week. It didn't fully play out how I anticipated, but it did play out good enough. As you guys can see by the title, we took amazing wins this week. We took one L. We should have just closed off on a good winning streak, which was really this, but I didn't really lose a lot, to be honest with you. But we're gonna discuss over two trades that I took, which one of them was a 1 to 50, which is this one, and the other one right here, 1 to 10. So really a total 1 to 60 minus the whatever percentage that is. To be honest, it doesn't really matter. But basically, let's get right down to the video. We're gonna make this real quick, guys. So it's really simple, guys, as you guys can see. Just like last week, like I mentioned, we are making a series of higher highs, higher lows. You guys can see higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, lower low, higher high, or no, market structure. So from this lower low to the new higher high, and then this candle right here, obviously, just like I said last week, broke structure. So we're basically bearish all around. Even on the weekly, we are bearish. As you guys can see, we're obviously bearish. So basically, what I anticipated was for price to come into this area right here, which was kind of my anticipated area. As you guys can see, we do have some level of support and some level of resistance right here. So I anticipated price to kind of have a rejection in this area, and then I also had an anticipation for price to reject off of that area too. As you guys can see, we have support right here, and in the future we also have resistance. But right here, you guys can see a little bit of support too. If we jump down to the 1 hour, you guys can see even clearer. This is basically support, or resistance, I'm sorry. Then some more support right there. Oh, I'm sorry, resistance, blase, doesn't really matter. So basically, once price came back to that area right there, which it did started consolidating after a while, as you guys can see in this area right here, price did started consolidating. As you guys can see in the 2 hour, actually, if you guys can see in the 4 hour, we were in this area for a little minute. So I also use a 3 hour, but not really crazy about it. So once price started consolidating in this area, consolidated about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, about 8 hours, it started consolidating, and then we had a break of structure with this candle right here. So we're indicating new lows. So if you jump down to the 5 minute, which I know 5 minutes is kind of crazy, but it is where I kind of took the trade at, in a sense. Once I noticed that, to be honest, this was more of a ballsy risky play, to be honest with you. I really took this trade up here in this area, but I had a super tight stop loss because I told myself, you know what, I'm gonna risk very minimal on this trade, because I really believe that the trade will continue to go to the downside, especially since now we are right above the EMA. If we down to the 1 minute time frame, which this is really advanced, to be honest with you guys. I really wouldn't really recommend you guys doing this on your own if you're not really more of experienced at looking at the lower time frames. I'm not super experienced, but you know, experienced enough. So as you guys can see, but here we're still creating lower highs, lower low. I mean, higher highs, higher lows, higher low, higher lows. This is the previous low. Price broke through, started coming back up, or started coming back down. I'm sorry. As you guys can clearly see, this price touched the EMA. This one rejected. So this candle clear breaker structure. I'm pretty sure this is where I took the trade at. Not really sure why it's there, but I'm pretty sure I took it there. But you know what? For the sake of this and for the sake of whatever, I'm just gonna leave it there. But I'm pretty sure I took the trade right here at this candle close, mainly because we broke all these structures, we broke all these we broke all these lows, all these highs, whatever. And I had a really tight stop loss, bro. Like, it was really tight. I really want to say that I had this like right here, and my stop loss is up here. Sometimes my trading view, for some weird reason, it'll move this right here, this on its own, like it'll move it. I don't know why it does that, but like I said, you know what, let me see something real quick. Yeah, I don't know, because even then, you know, the trade would have been in there, so I'm gonna leave it there, YOLO. I took my trade in this candle close, and I have my stop loss right above this area. At least I think I'm pretty sure I did. I normally do it above the previous wicks, and I did it also above the EMA. So I really don't know why it's like this, to be honest, when this is really supposed to be like this really. I say a little bit higher, me, you know what I'm saying? But regardless, that was really it, to be honest with you. Yeah. And price never really came back down, like price never came back. I mean, price never came back up. I'm sorry. Price never came back up. As you guys can see, price never came back up. And we had hit our take profit, no problem. Let's see real quick. So what we were targeting in this one was, I'm not really sure, to be honest. I think what I did on this trade, which is what I normally do, once I hit a like a 1 to 3, 1 to 5, somewhere on there, what I like to do is I like to trail my stop loss from break even, meaning from literally my entry point, not my entry point, but just a little bit below my entry point. I like to trail my stop loss. Actually, no, that's actually a rare case. If I'm gonna be very honest, I literally put it right above the 1 to 5 risk reward. So if it actually goes down a little bit more, my trailing stop trails behind it. And if it takes me out at 1 to 5, 1 to 4, to be honest with you, that's still a win to me. Anything above a 1 to 2.5 risk reward, anything above a 1 to 2, to be honest with you, risk reward is a win to me. My aim really is a 1 to 3. I like to go for 1 to 5s. Obviously, this trade, whether it was a 1 to 50, 1 to 20, 1 to 30, doesn't matter. It was an amazing trade. It was an amazing trade. So I mean, really, I can't complain. But that was basically the logic behind that trade. And then the logic behind this trade right here. This trade, I also scalped this one as well. I scalped both of those trades, I ain't gonna lie. I scalped both of those trades. Like I said, we broke structure. We definitely broke structure. This one broke structure. This one broke, retested my area of interest, which is right here. As you guys can see, resistance, resistance right here. We have a little bit of support right there. It's just, it's just common sense, really. So we jumped down to the 5-minute time frame, which we got to bring it back all the way over here. I put my stop loss right above the previous, or it in the zone. Like what the fuck? Sorry. Sometimes when things don't go my way, it just blows me. All right, so same thing for this one. I took my entry right above, right after this kind of close. It's not on there perfect, but it is what it is. I did it right above this candle, and then on top of that, I also put it right above this candle. I think I started off right above this wick, and then I brought it down to this candle. But regardless, we did hit a 1 to 10. I could have held it, but we were closing in on our next area of interest, and on this next area of interest, I thought, my prediction was that the price would literally reverse, like in a sense, go bomb, and then continue to go down. Me personally, I did not want to hold the trade to get to this level because the possibility it could just take out my stop loss. So I took trades. I took the take profit right before it hit my area of interest, which if we would have held a little bit longer, we would have secured some more profits. We would have actually secured. We could have secured off of this candle alone. Would have been a 1 to 14. If I would have held a little bit longer, I could have really closed a 1 to 15. But me personally, I'm not really bothered by it. I did get a 1 to 10. So regardless, this week we did end it off pretty strong. And I will talk over one more trade that I did take, which was a loss. This is when I decided, you know what, I ended off my week, really good, and it is what it is. I will take it. But I took a trade in this area right here, and the reason I took that trade in that area right there, if I remember correct, I think I had, let's see, I think I had this, because I deleted some areas that I marked up. I think I deleted some areas that I marked up just because I like to keep my charts clean. But this is the area of support, resistance. It retested this structure, so I believe that price will continue to go down. So I was ready to aiming for a 1 to 2.5, because to be honest with you, at the time I already thought that price would just make a new low, but it didn't make the new low. So it did retest my area of previous support, previous resistance. So I would think that just because this price did kind kind of like a nice little evening star formation. Not really, because this is in the middle of the price, but it is what it is. You know, you live and you learn. You know, normally evening stars are supposed to be like this one right here. You know, candle, small candle doji, evening star, and then that's when you get, you know, the push down. I did it in the middle of a trade, which was really my mistake, but I did take that trade. I put my stop loss right above this wick, a little bit above the area of interest, and we were doing pretty good. We did have a, let's see, we could have closed it for a 1-to-1, but me, I don't really see a trade that's worth it for a 1-to-1. So yeah, I just didn't end up taking profit, and price literally reversed once it hit my next area of interest. It literally reversed and it went straight up. So for that, I did lose. Not really sure that says 19%, but anyways, it was 166 stop loss. Pretty huge stop loss, if I'm going to be very, very honest. That was actually a really dumb trade, in my opinion. That's not really a trade that I would think I will ever take again, hopefully, because when I look at this now, I'm just like, damn, bro, like, Jose, what were you thinking? Like, this isn't even a trade worth taking, to be honest with you. Like, we had good momentum going down, but right here, I could have taken profit at least right here, you know, secure something, because that is a strong bullish engulfing candle. And even though we did come back, we did have a double bottom on bow, price took off. So realistically, this trade was actually not the best trade I've taken. This was actually a terrible trade that I took. But you know, like I said, you live and you learn. That's why we go back over it. But that's why I took that trade. I took the trade on that 1-to-50 because me personally, from my personal experience of looking at NZDJPY for the past week and a half now, I've noticed that it was creating strong momentum towards the downside. We did end off the week with pretty weak momentum, so I'm not really sure if price will continue to go down or if it's going to reverse and just kind of consolidate in this area, because we do have a strong wick here, and then it push back up. We have a strong wick here, might just push back up. My hypothesis is that eventually it's supposed to come down here, like I've always stated, but I thought that was gonna happen this week. So I'm not really sure if I'm gonna still be continued to be interested in this trade because of how it was looking. We do have some strong bearish momentum still. If you guys can look, we do have a couple of days where we do have strong momentum on towards the downside. We do definitely have stronger bearish momentum than we do have bullish momentum. As you guys can see, these bullish bars are really weak compared to these huge bearish bars that we have. These are very strong bearish bars. So, and on the weekly, you guys can see this weekly right here, boom bow, it took out 3 of them, and then as you guys can see, we did end off the week making a new lower low. So this is our new lower low, and then this will be our new lower high. We did have that pullback. So now from there, you know, we're just gonna have to continue forward. That's if you want to be interested in this trade. But those are the 3 trades that I took this week. We did hit off with a 1-to-50, or let's just possibly say a 1 to sorry, I don't know what's going on my table, but let's just say we took a 1-to-20 plus another 1-to-10, so really a 30 risk to reward, and then minus a 16. You know, I'll just say a 1-to-14 ended off in the week. It says 1-to-50, you know what I'm saying? It says 1-50 or a duck, you know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to make no thing up, you know what I'm saying? I ain't make nothing up. Excuse me. But this was definitely my biggest trade. I actually made 500 bucks on this trade, which was that. No, I think I made 600 bucks on this trade, which was actually insane. However, it did mess me up on my funded challenge for Lambo Raoul's prop firm, which is the Next Level Traders. So now I gotta see how I'm going to bring down that consistency and see if I am able to find a way to bring it down somehow before I do complete the challenge, because I'm literally I would say 500 total profit away from reaching the goal. But I am also, it shows on the website that I am actually currently 700 away. So I'm not really sure what's going on there. Personally, I don't care. I can hit the $1,000, no problem. But if I do fail this funded challenge, I will buy another one, give it one more try, because I did break that 45% consistency rule. So now I know for future reference what to do, what not to do. And next time, if I do buy another funded account, just know for sure that one will get passed. So thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you guys like this breakdown video. And if you guys want to see more breakdown videos, just comment down below, leave a like. You guys know what to do. And I will see you guys on the next video. Thank you.